Okay, I'll confess. I have no idea how to use the camera on this damn phone. This is going to be the death of me, but this is what we got to work with, so here I am. Hi, this is Chad White coming to you live from the Amnesty International House of Pancakes, from the Fortress of Solitude, located deep within the heart of the Amnesty International House of Pancakes in scenic Tucson, Arizona, the town too dead to die. Trust me, I've been here since 1972. So, when I so rudely interrupted myself by hitting the wrong button on the phone once again, I was talking about pluses and minuses of using, I'm going to pace around if you don't mind, of using multi-effects versus pedal boards. Pace around. There's, you there, honey? You went in? Hang on. Trixie went back in the house. There you go, baby. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Okay, good girl. Anyhow, pluses and minuses of a multi-effect board versus pedal board. Multi-effects, as I said, you are limited to what's there. What you can plug into is all limited to what's already in the multi-effect board. But you have less system noise because you don't have connecting cables. Everything can work on a single power supply with no daisy chain. And depending on the brand, and I'm partial to Korg and Vox effects for multi-effects, they can be remarkably good money for the money. Where's that? Is it over here? I still don't know. I don't know how this works. I should know how this works. I own this phone. Well, I'm leasing it. But I got a deal, so I'm happy. Where the hell is that thing? Anyway, let me show you a couple other things I have set up here, because I have different sounds that I like, different times that I like. Next one I wanted to show you, I'm not going to plug this in, but this one's intended for more of a straight out distortion, heavy sound. I like this. Donner. Big fan of Donner. I showed up kind of early for the party. Donner party. Yeah, I know. It's not funny, but somewhere out there is a history major who just blew a gin and tonic out his nose. These go for about $65, but when they first came out about 2 years ago, I was able to find a 15% off coupon, and these things were going for somewhat less. So I actually ended up getting this thing for $45. Actually, yeah, $45.50. It has a tap tempo delay, including a backwards delay. The modulation I don't use on this one because it doesn't allow me to mix it in. It only has rate and depth. It doesn't have a mix control. But it does have a very good flange. It's got a decent chorus, and it's got a good phaser, although I'm not really a phaser guy. This sounds fantastic in an effects loop, by the way. The reverb is awesome. The reverb in this thing is awesome. And you can also tap it as well. Pretty cool stuff. Now, this I traded for a Distortion Plus, the one I mentioned that I used to have earlier. I got the Distortion Plus. It was a first generation reissue, Switchcraft everything. I got it for $64. Swapped it out for this thing. Swapped it even. This was a fantastic deal as far as I'm concerned. I got this thing for $38. I think it was $38. Might have been $34.95. But I got this direct mail through DoD. This is also fantastic. Black Arts. Oh, there we go. Black Arts Tone Works. Chinese-made pedal, however. So don't get so high and mighty, folks. So is this. So is this, by the way. I got this for $40. 40 stinking dollars, including shipping and tax. It has a decent analog delay. Unfortunately, it's not a modulation delay. It has an overdrive that is supposed to be modeling a TS9. It has what is allegedly an OCD. I don't have a real OCD, but I do have a couple of knockoffs, both of which are Moskies, including this one and a standalone pedal. What's important is this has an effects loop, and that's where everything else comes into play. Here's how it works. I've had this real tube for years. Got it for $75, maybe 25, 30 years ago. At the time, I didn't have a good job, but it was worth the money. So I spent it. So I got this. I feed this with a 12AT7, by the way. It's not an AX7. Into here. The effects loop goes into here, there, into here, and this red Bambino leads right back in, and it comes out here. From there, it goes into the amplifier and knocks people over. This is a fantastic setup. There's also one called the Red Fox, which I believe has just one overdrive, but it has distortion and chorus. I've heard the chorus, it's pretty good. It's supposed to be a knockoff of a Boss CE2. I don't know if I buy that or not. I used to have a CE2 and a CE3 years ago. And it's good, but I don't know if I'd call it that good. As far as if you want to go big or go home, well, you know something? You can cover that too with a pedal board. And by the way, you'll notice these are put in with zip ties. I have a bag of these things that I got for $2, maybe 100 of them. So snip, snip if you want to swap them out. Let's say I want to put my, what is that thing? My Grand Canyon. If I want to put my Grand Canyon right here instead. Just snip it out, put that here instead, and reconfigure everything else. This is zip tied in. These are Velcro. Everything works if you let it. Hang on. This is my I don't really care about restraint pedal board. I got the bag, which has the power supply and the board built in, for $35 through Craigslist. Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace are our friends, people. You need to get to know them. Here's the reveal. Hello. Yeah. I'm not even going to bother trying to plug this in because, frankly, I have things to do. And this is going to take forever. But I've got it set up pretty simply. I go into the Donner compressor. It goes into the C9 organ, which is usually set for the Mellotron flute setting. I split that off into the Mel 9. The Mel 9, by the way, these two will usually go into a keyboard amp or bass amp. From here, I take the dry output. That goes into these two expression factories. One of these is a factory second that I got for, I think it was a B stock. I guess it was ugly. I got it for $99. The other one I picked up at a pawn shop for $5. They thought it was a wah-wah pedal and didn't have the power supply. They didn't know what it was, and I wasn't stupid enough to tell them. So, I lucked out huge, and I'm a very lucky man, I'll tell you that right now. From there, it goes into a Mod Square, which is another Donner. This is a fantastic multi-effect pedal that I use primarily for the chorus, which does have a very nice CE2 sound. The rotary, which doesn't sound close to a rotary, but it's a nice vibe, kind of closer to a univibe. And the flange is actually quite nice. The tremolo is fantastic. From here on, it goes into here. Actually, I take that back. I got the chain wrong. It goes from here into the Morpher, which is a fantastic overdrive pedal. This is my other modified. It's sparkly. It's sparkly. I got that for $35. Always ask for deals. Always look, always look, always look. From there, it goes into this modulation pedal. And from here into the Echo Park, which is a fantastic, fantastic pedal. I use it primarily because it has a built-in slow gear. That's the swell effect. It also has very good multi-tap, which you can use to kind of make almost a knockoff of an Echo Rec. And the backwards delay. I'm a pushover for backwards delay. And the whole idea is, these are interchangeable. If I want to take this out and put a Crybaby in here, I got options, you know? Take that out and put in one of these suckers. You got options. That's the whole idea. Take something else out and put in a Black Russian. You got options. That's the whole idea. But what are the minuses? You got hum. You can't chain those two Digitech pedals together, the two EX7s, because they're both AC. You can't daisy chain AC pedals. That's how you blow pedals. That's how you destroy power supplies. Trust me, I've been there. Okay, I'm hoping this made at least a little bit of sense. I'm hoping I finally figured out where I'm supposed to look. I think I did. I'll figure this out before long, and by then the phone will die on me, because that's how irony works. Once again, thank you for watching. If you're one of the 4 people enjoying this, thank you. If you're one of the 568 that aren't, shh, keep it to yourself. Thank you again. This is Chad White coming to you live from the Amnesty International House of Pancakes, once again, from the Fortress of Solitude, located deep in the heart of the Amnesty International House of Pancakes. And I'll remember that tagline again. It's been a long time. Thanks again. And here we go.